Afternoon. Thank you so much for choosing and making Swecho TV to be your favorite TV for news. This afternoon, we have quite a lot of lineup for you, so stay tuned from the beginning of this broadcast to the end. My name is CHACHA Tobias. I'll be your host. And to begin with this afternoon, we begin with the gunshot and chaos that marred Murang'a Governor Irungu Kang'ata's rally in Nyahururu, Nyandarua County. During the mayhem, Kang'ata's driver was shot in the chest as goons stormed and attacked the Linda Mwananchi caravan, disrupting the group political engagement. Speaking after the incident, which left several leaders allied to the team injured, Linda Mwananchi principals accused the government of sending goons to disrupt and interrupt their activities.
Gari watu wakakuja na mawe, wakaanza kunipiga na mawe. Sasa kunipiga na mawe kutoka kwa wakanifuta kwa ndani ya gari. Kuenda hapo chini wakaanza kunifuruta. Sasa hapo ndio nilipigiwa risasi.
We were first stoned while in church, AIPCA. My vehicle was blocked. It was also confiscated by goons. My driver was injured by police. There was a shooting incident where he was shot.
Honorable Oundo has had first aid administered on him, and Governor Kang'ata, who is just recovering from an injury, has also been hurt.
We are not going to relent because of these threats. They have broke my hand. You can see how it has been swollen, but I'm going to soldier on. We are not going to go back. We are going to fight until the end. If we are genderless, we are brainless, we are useless, then why are you attacking us?
You organize police officers in tribes and you send them to places to disorganize people. We will not allow that as a country.
Gari watu wakakuja na mawe, wakaanza kunipiga na mawe. Sasa kunipiga na mawe kutoka kwa wakanifuta kwa ndani ya gari. Kuenda hapo chini wakaanza kunifuruta. Sasa hapo ndio nilipigiwa risasi.
We were first stoned while in church, AIPCA. My vehicle was blocked. It was also confiscated by goons. My driver was injured by police. There was a shooting incident where he was shot.
Honorable Oundo has had first aid administered on him, and Governor Kang'ata, who is just recovering from an injury, has also been hurt.
We are not going to relent because of these threats. They have broke my hand. You can see how it has been swollen, but I'm going to soldier on. We are not going to go back. We are going to fight until the end. If we are genderless, we are brainless, we are useless, then why are you attacking us?
You organize police officers in tribes and you send them to places to disorganize people. We will not allow that as a country.
Gari watu wakakuja.
And away from that, moving on, President William Ruto has extended an olive branch to Wiper Patriotic Front leader Kalonzo Musyoka, a move he billed as meaningful in attaining national salvation. Speaking in Kitui County during a church service at the SCK St. Martin's Cathedral, the head of state drummed up support for the broad-based government, saying unity in the aftermath of the 2024 Gen Z-led protest has brought stability.
Pale penye umoja, Mungu anaamurisha baraka. Yani, where there is unity, God commands a blessing. Ndio nikatengeneza serikali ya broad based, kuunganisha Wakenya wale wote ambao wako na nia ya kufanya kazi pamoja. Huwezi kulazimisha mtu. Kuna wengine wameamua ya kwamba hawataki tufanye kazi pamoja, na hiyo ni uamuzi wao. Lakini mapenzi yangu na mapenzi ya Mungu nikiona ni tufanye kazi kwa pamoja, na nitawafanyia kazi, na hii serikali mtapata nafasi yenu, na mtapata nafasi hiyo sasa na katika siku zijazo. Ibada ya shukurani. Mnakumbuka ile story ilikuwa pale? Ikasemekana nyinyi watu ya hapa na mtu mwingine alikuwa hapo. Bahati yetu Mungu amefanya vile alifanya. Sasa ndio hivyo. Sasa leo hatuna tena siasa ya shares ya kusema huyu ana, sijui yule ana, sijui huyu amefanya nini. No, we are one people.
Acha nione na World Cup ambayo inaendelea huko Marekani. Ule mchezaji ambaye anapewa mpira ni yule yuko karibu na goal. Hauwezi pewa mpira kama uko nje, hauwezi pewa mpira kama uko huko nyuma. Mwenye hapo karibu na goal ndiye anapewa mpira, ndiye aingize toka kwa serikali, kwa sababu hii serikali ni yetu, tulipigia kura, tutasukumana tukiwa ndani, na baada ya Rais Ruto ni sisi.
And on to another news this afternoon is ODM party leader Oburu Oginga has announced that the party will not field a presidential candidate in the 2027 general election, stating that it has resolved to back President William Ruto bid for a second term. ODM leader also came out in defense of the Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission (IEBC), urging political actors to provide the electoral body with a conducive environment to execute its mandate ahead of the All-Kalau by-election and the 2027 general election.
We already know that ODM this time around we are not fielding a candidate. So we are going to support William Samoei Ruto for the second term. We must go there in a structured manner, negotiating and knowing what we are going to get as ODM.
A united country moving forward. Let us not bastardize the IEBC. Let us not make the IEBC a punching bag when we are disorganized in preparing for elections. Let us give the IEBC room, let us give the IEBC time to prepare adequately for the by-elections and for the 2027 elections accordingly.
And as a church, I want to plead and appeal with you that don't fall into the trap of pushing and advancing ideas of leaders who only know about division. As a clergy, let not desecrate the platform in our churches to allow leaders who preach division, who preach hatred.
And of course, that news brings us to our first commercial break here at Swechotv. Thank you so much for staying tuned for the first half of our news. Don't go far away, don't touch that remote. We'll be back with more news in detail. Stay tuned. And welcome back from that short commercial break. Indeed, that was short. And moving on this afternoon with our bulletins is the family of the man killed during the violent attack in Keumbu is demanding justice as they plan to lay their loved one to rest. Vincent Osiemo's family has accused authorities of dragging their feet in bringing those responsible to justice more than a week after the chaos. Even as police continue with investigations, Nyaribari CHACHA Member of Parliament Ahir Janda, who summoned by police over the violence, returned to the area, dismissing calls for his arrest. Faith Otieno with more report.
And the family of Vincent Osiemo Alliance Mapinduzi depend of losing their loved one remains raw. 1 week after violence erupted in Keumbu during the Linda Mwananchi rally, they say justice must be served. Meanwhile, as the convoy was attacked, it left one person dead, several others injured, and a number of vehicles damaged. Family expresses frustration over what they describe as a slow pace of justice, saying they are yet to see those responsible held accountable.
Walimuua, serikali ifanye uamuzi, asisikwe kabla haki yake itatendeka.
They say, despite the Directorate of Criminal Investigation assuring Kenyans that all perpetrators will be brought to book, they have been left with even more pain after court files relating into the 7 suspects who had been arrested reportedly went missing and the suspect released.
Walishikwa kufuatana na kifo cha mtoto wangu, warudishwe kotini ndio haki tupate.
Their cry for justice comes even as Nyaribari CHACHA Member of Parliament Zahir Janda, who was summoned over the violence, returned to Keumbu days after being summoned by police. He declared he will not be intimidated.
Wasikuje kutuwekelea kwamba mjumbe ndio alifanya hiyo kazi. Mimi mliniona nikirusha mawe hapa.
Janda told resident of Keumbu that local had responded to attack from individual who had been described as hired gun who had accompanied the Linda Mwananchi convoy.
Kuja kutuchokoza. Wakaanza kupiga wamama wetu. Wakaanza kurusha mawe. Ndio watu wetu wakasimama kudefend watu wetu wasipigwe.
It's unclear whether the Nyaribari CHACHA Member of Parliament Ahir Janda will appear before the DCI office in Kisii, with police remaining tight-lipped on the matter. Faith Otieno reporting for Swechotv.
And moving on this afternoon, our broadcast. Meanwhile, 1 person died, a score of others were injured, and 8 motorbikes were torched on Sunday after a rival group of youths clashed outside St. Stephen's Church in Kisumu. The chaos erupted when one group attempted to storm the church, where Siaya Governor James Orengo and Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna were attending a service, but were repelled by another group that had formed a security perimeter around the premises. The two leaders have accused the state of presiding over what they describe as a goon republic, warning that political violence is becoming increasingly normalized.
We go to Haiti. Haiti is here. And the violence and the audacity of the violence, the way it is being perpetrated, organized, and carried out, has got the hand of the state in it.
Nobody looking at the pictures that have come out of Kisumu today or indeed in Nyahururu can be proud of such a country that you have people just brandishing weapons and walking and marching in the streets to go and attack a congregation in church. I mean, this is the lowest I think we have sunk.
We must speak and we must love one another, isn't it? The notion that if somebody has a different political persuasion, then that person is your enemy, is what we want to discuss. Because we have one country, and it belongs to all of us.
And that news brings us to the end of our broadcast here at Swechotv 1 PM News Bulletin. Thank you so much for being there for us, for staying tuned from the beginning to the end of this broadcast. And make sure for those news in details, you follow all our social media platform on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube at Swechotv Kenya. Make sure that you hit that subscription button every time you're uploading a new video. You become the first to be notified. I've been your host, CHACHA TOBIAS. Don't go far away because I can already see Mr. Denish Odera looking sporty in the building to bring more in the world of sports. Thank you. I wish you a lovely afternoon. Goodbye.